I'm going to walk you through Maybe's AI Ads Manager. This is the dashboard where you will be able to create really simple and AI-supported advertising campaigns. There's a whole library of different advertising mediums here that you can choose from, but for this video, I'm just going to focus on creating a Facebook advertising campaign. So initially, you just want to go down here on the left and choose AI Ads Manager. Here, you can see that you've got a menu of 4 items here at the top. If you click on Home, this is where all of your results are going to start populating as you start to run advertising. The Creative Hub is where you're able to mock up ads before you actually build out the campaigns. And here at Connect Platforms, this is where you could go just to make sure that you're all connected up properly. If you click in here, I'll just want to show you the pages are showing correctly here. And this is where we choose our objective. Now, I've got it toggled on conversions because I just want to show you that this is what you need to highlight to make sure if you're going to run conversion advertising, then you need to make sure the pixel is attached. Now, this should have come across when you were onboarded, but just to make sure that you've got it there, if you've got multiple pixels, then you do want to make sure that you've got the right one selected before you build out your campaign. You'll need to potentially select a conversion goal as well. So depending on how many events you've got applied to your pixel, then you can choose your conversion goal. This is something I'll walk you through when I talk about in a separate video about conversion advertising. So for now, I'm just going to toggle on traffic because I just want to build out that kind of campaign today to show you how to do it. Now, a traffic campaign is optimizing for clicks to a website, this website page of your choice. So let's jump back into advertising. I've selected traffic there. So when I go in here, it's already preset for a goal of traffic. So I'm going to use a particular blog that we've got live already on our website. It's the 50 most read Maybe blogs of all time. Certainly a really good read if you get a chance. And I've got that URL saved away. So it's ready to go when we jump in to do the ad created. So now this landing page URL is where you're going to pop that in. Now, depending on if you're just taking people to the home page or you have a particular URL that you want to feature, then I advise to drop that in there. And then the AI is going to utilize all the content on that page to help create the content. So it's a good starting point. Now, if I want to, this is where I tailor the targeting. So it often comes in with kind of pre-settings. So you definitely want to go in and edit this always. Just be mindful. This is showing the United Kingdom because that was the most recent ad that I created. So you just want to dip into edit here, and then you can start tweaking who your campaign is going to go to. So you have 2 options here. You can either choose brand new people to your business, or you can choose retargeting, which will then utilize your custom audiences, so people like your Facebook engagers, your Instagram engagers. So for the sake of this example, I'm going to toggle on new people. And you can see how, okay, one more step. And then you're asked for, do you want to use target interest or do you want to use a lookalike? Now for this example, I'm just going to toggle on target interests and go next. And you can see it actually automatically brings in some audiences that I've already built out on previous campaigns. So just make sure you check those, that they're the right ones for you. Now I've got some preset ones, but I'll just show you how to find some new ones. So if I want to find social media. Let's have a look at all the ones that are available. So I could just use the more generic social media one here. So I'm going to toggle that on. So basically, loads of different interests are available to you. Just have to tick the ones that you want to bring in. I would suggest not really going much beyond kind of 5 to 7 interests in any one campaign. And just make sure they're kind of congruent, that they're all in the similar vein to the kind of people you're trying to reach. You can use the suggestions and the browse to help you find the interests of interest. And then, so there you go, see it's dropped into my list. So click next, and then we're going to need to apply a location. So for me, it's going to be United Kingdom broadly. Now, I've already got that ticked, so that's absolutely fine. But you could have, if you were running a kind of localized campaign, you can just plug in your town. Let me just show you that. And then you can actually highlight radius, and it will just take that. Oh gosh, that's gone to the United States. So be careful. But you put in your address, and then you can apply a radius around that address. So that will really, really help if you're running local advertising. But I'm going to toggle off that, keep mine to the United Kingdom, and click next. And this is where I now apply some kind of demographic ranges. So if there's a particular age that your business is suitable for, then you can set the age ranges here and also toggle on male or female if that's appropriate. I've got that selected on all, and I'm good to go. So you'll see your interests are there. And so you're kind of scrolling down the widget here. Let's look at this, include on Instagram. So if you can toggle that, it's preset for Facebook audiences, but if you're you're advertising organically on Instagram as well, then you can toggle that on. So when you get down to creative, it seems to, we kind of have like preset videos that sit there, but you're going to want to edit those out. So just click on edit, go into videos, and just unselect all of those. And click save. Now, for this example, I'm just going to load up some images. So you can also import from Creative Library here, which is kind of a library will build out behind everything that you do. So all images and videos that you ever use within this tool will start to populate in there. So that's really useful to go back in there and pull in the assets you need. I'm just going to dive into images here, and you can see the options that are available. You've got access to Shutterstock through this, and it's going to actually kind of use your interests to help it bring up the right kind of images. So I've obviously got Facebook page admins. Now, actually, I know from practicing before that it's not going to really it doesn't really come up with anything for that. But if I show you digital marketing and search, it's going to bring up some options for me. There you go. So these are all licensed, free to use images. So it's kind of really handy to be able to search immediately from within this. Maybe AI Manager to kind of find the images you need. You can also go in through Facebook ads. So if you've run Facebook ads before, then all the images that you've used will show up here. You can just reuse them. You can upload from scratch, so anything fresh. And then we need to bring something in. So I'm going to bring in this one. This is the asset to promote the URL that I dropped in. So it's the 50 most read maybe blogs of all time. And I'm going to click next. And you can see that brings in both a square and rectangle version. Now, I recommend actually that you just delete out the rectangle version, because square is really well optimized for all placements. So I tend to just run with the square and click save. And that's now brought it in. You can see the kind of ad building out here on the right. Now, all of these copy options are going to be generated for you because it's going to use your URL here to generate some proposed copy for you. So that might be absolutely perfect first time. You've got a range of ones there. You might choose that, decide that you just want to run with one only. You can just cross those out. Or if you think it's kind of a good idea to run the ad with a range, that will give Facebook a bit more meat on the bones to try and kind of work, to find an asset that works hardest for you. So it's quite a good idea to have a range of text in there. So you can pop in here and tweak anything you like. So if it hasn't generated it the way you want, just dive in there and tweak away to exactly how you want. You can minimize the number of options you've got there, and it will also create headlines for you. And again, you can overwrite those or drop it down to 1 or 2, however many you decide you want to test. This is the headline area. You can see it being showcased here. So now you want to choose your call to action. So there's a number of buttons available to you. Just find the one that's most appropriate. I've got Learn More toggled on. And then you've got your budget here at the bottom. So it kind of presets at £10 a day, but you can overwrite that if you wish by clicking in here. And just set what you would prefer. So let's just change that to £5 a day. And then you're good to go. But just before I move on, I just want to show you over here. You can see this button, Add Combinations. This is kind of handy to just double check that everything's looking good in all of the different placements. Don't use your fingers to scroll along. Use this slider up and down. Oops. To show you how everything's looking. And then click out of that. If I can. There you go. And it's just got a little forecasted results thing over here over 1 day, 7 days, and 30 days. I tend to take these a little bit with a pinch of salt, but it's, if it's all saying 0, you might have a problem somewhere in the setup. So here we go. I've kind of got my ad ready. I've got the copy. I've got the image in there. I've got my headline, my call to action. We know the audiences are set to interest-based on this particular example. Check I've got all my targeting right. I've got my URL to go to where I want it to be. £5 a day. It's looking good. And all you've got to do is click create. So it's going to give you a second chance in case you really ought to double check something. Let's click OK. I'm happy. And then it's going to go away and build your ad for you. It's just taking its time. Okay. So that's not showing me the confirmation screen, but it takes it away. It puts it into review. And once it goes live, it will be visible within your actual business ads manager if you choose, or it's going to show itself on your advertise button right down the bottom, and you'll see your campaigns listed out here.